Did you know that floods have cost America over $1 trillion in the last 4 decades? At least you know that LA drivers spend 119 hours in traffic annually. Well, we hope that they prepare for the weather conditions with an accurate smart weather forecast. If they don't, then today's video will highlight all the practical smart IoT project ideas for 2022 and how flood detection, traffic management, weather reporting, anti-thefts, parking systems can make life easier for individuals, communities, and metropolitans. Let us get into it. 5. Flood detection system. A flood detection system is essential for the community. When floods hit neighborhoods, it destroys lives and property. According to the Flood Defenders website, flooding has cost the US about $850 billion in the last 20 years. It is the most expensive natural disaster, responsible for 2/3 of all natural disasters. Since 1980, taxpayers have lost over $1 trillion to flood relief. In small towns and large cities, floods cut off communities and cause financial and emotional distress across the country. In fact, America has experienced urban flooding once every 2 to 3 days for the last 25 years. Thus, one of the most brilliant IoT projects is flood detection systems. This type of IoT-based project monitors natural factors of rain and other environmental factors that cause flooding. The different annual factors include humidity, water level, and temperature. The project uses sensors to collect data from these naturally relevant factors and monitors water levels and humidity fluctuations. Moreover, the system can use geographical features to collect data on the appropriate amenities beforehand. It can also alert residents to evacuate early and save their movable properties. If floods are on the larger side for you as a beginner, here is something we all need: the daily weather updates. Later in this video, we will tell you how you can revolutionize how you receive news about the weather. 4. Smart traffic management system. If you are in LA, you probably saw the CNBC 2019 report that says you spend 119 hours in traffic each week, losing close to $1,010 in productivity. If you are in New York, you saw that survey in 2021. New York traffic overtook LA, which held this spot for 30 years to climb to number 1. Everyone assumes that the subway makes it easier for New Yorkers to avoid traffic, but experts say that trucks have increased by 110% as everyone is opting for delivery these days. Moreover, the relief funds that came during COVID-19 have made it easier for more Americans to afford their dream vehicles, especially in expensive cities like New York City. Thus, transportation expert Carl Berkowitz said, "When we see the numbers have dropped in the subway and the commuter rails, where are those people? Obviously, they're driving." Further, as the population increases, vehicles that ply the roads will gradually catch up, increasing traffic congestion. Therefore, a smart traffic management system is considered one of the top IoT projects for effective traffic management and to show free roads for fire trucks, ambulances, and other emergency vehicles. In addition to controlling traffic flow, the Damage IoT project can identify and monitor traffic violations. 3. Weather reporting system. Home automation devices include weather reporting primarily because of the need for live updates in weather conditions. Particularly as the world is faced with climate change, IoT Projects home automation ideas cannot function without a proper inclusion of weather reporting. The system is embedded with rain, humidity, and temperature sensors. The automated system sends data through a microcontroller and via a Wi-Fi connection to a web server. The web server receives live updates and refreshes once new data is received. They help the IoT system determine what the live condition is and predict weather future. In fact, you can set thresholds and receive alerts when the weather parameters cross that threshold. That way, you can get quick notifications about rain or humidity on time and with an efficient tool you developed. Therefore, weather forecasting agencies no longer have to be your primary source of weather reports. We need the weather report to go out and make plans. However, another city phenomenon might prevent us. Places with limited parking space can be a nuisance until you try this IoT idea we will share with you shortly. 2. Smart anti-theft system. Maybe among the best IoT projects and one of the most valuable solutions to the home is the smart anti-theft system. A perfect security solution is necessary for the home, school, office, and public space. Intruder plans are disrupted when the security system you have is robust. Therefore, an IoT-based security system is the best mode to safeguard property and lives. This security system monitors the entire building to identify and monitor unusual movements. For instance, Everyone living in a house or visiting the house's occupants will walk to the front door. However, when an intruder comes to your gate, he will try to look around and tiptoe to check windows and holes. That behavior will instantly trigger an alarm, alerting the property owners of unwanted presence. To illustrate, the program system works through sensors, so when you turn it on, the sensors track all movements in and around the property. Suppose someone enters or strays along the gates and attempts to enter. The sensors send direct data to the microcontroller to prompt your camera to take a picture of the intruder's face on your smartphone. That information could help if any theft occurs or someone goes missing from the building. Well, if you think any of these are helpful to you, subscribe to this channel because we have other useful content coming up. 1. Smart Parking System. Cities can be frustrating places to live with your car. Firstly, we went through the traffic difficulty, and now we are tackling the problem of finding the right space to park. We know the downside of driving to a place without valet services or a parking lot. You have to find the nearest parking space for your car. Unfortunately, we cannot tell if the parking space is full or not. Thus, the IoT solution to create a smart parking system is excellent for all who drive. The system saves you the stress and trouble of moving around a large parking area to squeeze yourself into a parking spot. The project uses its sensors to monitor the entire area and send an image of the available spaces for parking. Then you can drive straight with directions to the spot. When combined with machine learning, these smart IoT ideas provide insights into future trends. Our previous video spotlights AI-based machine learning projects you don't know exist. Grab a glass of wine, or wait until you watch this video to determine what wine bottles you should buy.